Located in downtown Baltimore, Maryland, is the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Museum. This museum is home to one of the finest collections of restored railroad equipment from the Baltimore and Ohio, Chesapeake and Ohio, Western Maryland, and other railroads that are now part of CSX today. From steam locomotives to diesel locomotives, this museum is a place well worth a visit. One of the many features of the B&O Railroad Museum is the Roundhouse. This building houses much of the museum's antique locomotives and rolling stock, some of which date back as far as the Civil War era. Every year, the B&O Railroad Museum hosts a special event called SteamDays, an event that showcases to the public what a steam locomotive is and how it works. The museum has 4 small operable steam engines in their collection. 2 of them are fired up for the public to see, photograph, and to enjoy. For the weekend of October 4th, 2008, 2 of the B&O Railroad Museum's most popular steam engines were under steam. B&O 440 number 25, the William Mason, and the St. Elizabeth Hospital Company 040T number 4 were being prepped for the day's activities. The William Mason was built in 1856 by the Mason Machine Works. Number 25 is a 440 American-type locomotive and burns wood. This type was the most popular type of steam locomotive in the mid-19th century. The William Mason is a movie star and has appeared in many Hollywood films such as The Great Locomotive Chase and more recently, Gods and Generals. Today, the William Mason is the oldest regularly operated steam engine in the United States. St. Elizabeth Hospital number 4 was built in 1950 by the H.K. Porter Company. The U.S. Federal Security Agency used the Porter for the St. Elizabeth Hospital in Washington, D.C. In 1958, she was transferred to the U.S. Department of Health, Education, and Welfare, and in 1966 was sent to the 714th Transportation Battalion in Fort Eustis, Virginia, where she was renumbered to 714. She was retired from Army use in 1972 and was sent to the Cass Scenic Railroad in Cass, West Virginia. In 1981, she was traded to the B&O Railroad Museum and has since been restored to operating condition. These 2 engines, nearly 100 years apart in age, represent 2 different eras of steam, the old and the modern. For this day, both engines will enjoy the spotlight. For today's runs, the St. Elizabeth will pull a string of nicely restored air-conditioned marked passenger cars down the first mile of track laid in America, while the William Mason will be used for photo run-bys throughout the day. Both engines made a fine show for all to enjoy.
just 30 years, it seemed like that. Probably 20 before that. So that's the old disciplinary procedures.
Right. Now look at this engine come out.
They actually telescope the cars on that train.
That's a 58-year-old engine built.
Here we come. 1950s, they're coming up the track.
Exactly. Miss Kelly, that's Merrick's.